Okay, this is not going to be a very big video, but it's a video that I probably should make simply because of what was announced yesterday. So if you could like and subscribe, that really helps me out. So after that, let's begin. We're going to be talking about the Spelljammer announcement from Wizards of the Coast, or Hasbro, whichever flavour you want to call them. Right, so a lot of people were excited for it, and as someone who has done a lot of Spelljammer content on this channel and will continue to do Spelljammer content on this channel, it is worth talking about. What do I think of the covers? They're okay. They're okay. There is some pretty images and the video wasn't too terrible, you know, the announcement video. But I am going to be very critical on this version because it is one of my favourites of two old games, and I saw the disaster that was Dark Sun, that was created in 4th edition, and the awful first book of Ravenloft that was created in 5th. Okay. Now, it might be good, and I'm going to give it every chance to be good, but there is a high chance this is not the toolbox that original Spelljammer was. There is a high chance this is a setting plugged in to Forgotten Realms, like everything else seems to be at the moment. That is a pretty bad thing in my opinion. Regardless of however Dragonlance is going to appear later on, everything in 5th edition seems to revolve around Forgotten Realms or Critical Role's own default setting, whatever that is. I'm sorry, I know people love Critical Role. I don't enjoy it. I think that it's too scripted, in my opinion, for me to enjoy. It's not, you know, there is the odd one that I've watched, such as the one that had the voice actor of Samurai Jack in as a goblin. That was quite amusing for parts, but it does feel very artificial, and gaming should feel more spontaneous, in my opinion. It's only my opinion, you know, you can like it. It's not, I'm not going to rain on anyone's parade or anything like that. But moving back on to Spelljammer. Spelljammer was a toolbox that allowed you to create adventures of piracy in space. Starfinder, the space sci-fi fantasy version of Pathfinder, seems to do parts of Spelljammer well. It does parts of Spelljammer badly when it comes to the technology side, but in my opinion it's a fairly decent-ish homage to the original. Spelljammer that Wizards of the Coast that they're going to make is going to be vastly different from what we experienced in the original. I can guarantee that. Sure, some of the ships are going to look the same. Some of the characters might be brought back. If they don't bring them back like Luigi though, they've missed a stop. I know these videos seems to be me recently, seem to be overcritical of things, but I'm honestly not. I'm just trying to err on the side of caution, especially when I've seen things handled very badly by certain developers before. Now, if you can like 4th, you can like how they handled Ravenloft, you can like how Critical Role has brought more players into the game, those are all things that you can love, and some of those things I can agree with you, but I don't like the way that they did Ravenloft. I thought that requiring a second book to fix it was bad. I don't like the way that they handled Icewind Dale. It's not a toolbox, it's a adventure path. I don't like the way they've handled Waterdeep. It's the same, and you know, if they do an Ammon book, or if they do a Sword Coast book, or if they do an Underdark book, it's not going to be a source book, it's going to be a campaign book, and that's not what we need as game masters. If you just use campaign books, fine, you know, you use them, you enjoy them, that's great for you, but we need more toolkits and less this is how you run a game. But that's just my opinion. We'll see how Spelljammer goes though, so I'm going to be, you know, erring on the side of caution. We'll see how it goes. The video was okay in my opinion. I don't like the way that Minsk and Boo are now in everything. I think that's rather annoying. Minsk was an okay character in Baldur's Gate 2. The fact that he seems to be everywhere now is you know, annoying for a character that was probably played off for a bit of comedy and was quite a sad character in some regards when you were playing through the game. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Just as someone that's been around a long time, and you know, maybe I've become old and grumpy in some regards, but I'm really not. I'm not. I'm just trying to be cautious because I've seen how they handled, you know, a lot of the editions. But I will say this for 4th, it's the best probably edition for new players, in my opinion, because it does a lot of good things. You know, it's very easy to learn. It's very, you know, but apart from that, it's awful.
Time I got to work.
There we go. So yeah, well, we'll be cautiously optimistic on Spelljammer and how it goes. I might be able to do some more videos on some monsters and stuff. Well, I might do some videos on the things that they seem to put up in pictures. Might be interesting to talk about Nautiluses and various other bits and pieces. I won't be doing Minsk and Boo because there's probably about 1,000 videos on those two, and they're rather irritating in my regards, especially now because they're everywhere. There we go. Thank you everyone for your time. I've been Trix, you've been you, and bye bye.